After the release of the Pace Pro, I knew this shape had huge potential. So I'm super excited to share with you today my insights on the brand new kite from CORE Kiteboarding, the Pace. So what is the Pace all about? It's designed for big air, kite loops and sporty twin tip riding. But it's not just for the pros. It brings performance to a wide range of riders, whether you're progressing your jumps or getting big into your kite loops. Next to that, you'll even be surprised about the agility and drift that this kite brings to your surfboard and foil. In CORE's lineup, the Pace fills the sweet spot between the XR and the Nexus. Think of it like this: the XR is your all-time boosting machine. The Nexus is your all-rounder with amazing wave capabilities. And the Pace, it gives you a taste of both, wrapped in a playful and responsive package that boosts plenty of lift and hang time to suit your needs. So how does it ride? Let's start with big air and loops. Jumps on the Pace are easy to time, as you can steer it up slowly for controlled takeoff, and when you pull the bar down, it lifts you with a smooth, consistent pull. You can keep the loop small and tight for minimal forward pull, ideal if you're still building confidence, or steer it lower with more power and a better kite angle. After the loop, it recovers quickly and waits for your heli loop without racing too far overhead. When freeriding, you'll really enjoy the quick turning and responsive feel. If you're coming from an XR, the Pace will feel faster through the wind window with tighter loops, giving you a more playful ride. The light, free-strut design allows it to fly well in lower winds and drift nicely when riding waves. Overall, it's a surprisingly good all-rounder, suited to about 80% of the riders out there. Let's talk build and tech. In comparison to the Pace Pro, the regular Pace features a more swept-back shape, narrower tips and a deeper center profile. This helps it with the watery lounge, low-end power and provides smoother lift for your jumps and landings. Perfect for riders progressing their jumps and kite loops. The bridle system is still the high-performance, fixed 14-point design with titanium lines. But it's tuned for lighter steering and holding forces. A fixed bridle gives more direct feedback through the bar with progressive tension as you load the back lines. This helps you feel exactly where the kite is during technical moves. The airframe uses CORE's proven Cortex and Exotex materials. A thicker leading edge combined with the deeper canopy profile increases lift and keeps the kite deeper in the wind window, ready to deliver power when you pull down the bar. The wingtips have also been refined with additional segments for added stiffness, complementing the Exotex leading edge. And thanks to the free-strut frame, the kite feels light, nimble and playful. Let's stack the Pace against the other Universal Plus kites from CORE Kiteboarding. When it comes to hang time and lift, the XR still takes the crown with its open shape. The Pace comes in at a close second, where the Nexus provides the least amount of hang time due to its open C shape. Agility? That's where the Nexus shines because it steers super fast while pivoting around the center point. The Pace is also fast, but turns more around the tip, making for slightly less agility. Still, it's more than the XR, which is the slowest of the three due to its 5-strut design and open shape. Here's a surprise. The Pace is actually the lightest of the three, closely followed by the Nexus, as they're both 3-strut kites. The XR is significantly heavier due to its 5-strut design. When it comes to bar pressure, the XR will boost the highest bar pressures, especially when the wind picks up. The Pace will provide moderate bar pressure and the Nexus will have the lightest bar pressure of the three. When we look at versatility, the Pace and the Nexus are the most adaptable. The Nexus is an all-round kite that has a little bit more of a wave focus, where the Pace is an all-round kite that has more of a twin tip, big air and freeride focus. The XR is probably the least adaptable of the three kites due to its heavier 5-strut frame, which is designed to just boost loads of power for twin tip riding. If I had to match each kite to a type of rider, here's how I would break it down. The XR is the perfect kite for the rider that spends most of its time on a twin tip, wants to have the highest jumping kite in the CORE lineup, and prioritizes power and hang time over agility. The Pace is perfect for those who spend most of their time on a twin tip, let's say 70% or more, and are looking for fast, agile kites with very playful handling, big boosts, and the potential for massive kite loops. The Nexus is best suited for riders who prioritize wave performance but still want a kite that holds its own on a twin tip. While it doesn't deliver as much lift or hang time as the others, it makes up for it with smooth loops, excellent drift and true versatility in the surf. Let's compare the Pace versus the Pace Pro. Both are high performance, competition level kites. Zara Hogenraad actually wrote the Pace in the latest edition of Lords of Tram. One reason? The Pace is more predictable and forgiving, which is not bad if you've seen the conditions that they were riding in. You'll really notice a difference on the landings. The Pace tends to stay above you more, providing lift even without you having to pull a heli loop, so it puts you down gently. The Pro version, on the other hand, tends to shoot behind you very fast, and if you're not actively steering the kite, you risk a heavy landing or crash. It might surprise you, but the regular Pace actually has a better hang time than the Pro. That's thanks to its thicker leading edge and deeper canopy, which generate more lift. The Pro uses a lula and a thinner leading edge, making it stiffer and quicker. This is especially noticeable in loops, where it snaps back to 12, very fast, ready to catch you. It's ideal for confident kite loopers looking to loop low and still stick the landing. When we look at weight, the 9-meter Pace Pro is about 220 grams lighter than the regular version, which is about 10% of its total weight. It doesn't sound like much, but you'll really feel this in the snappiness and agility of the kite. This performance increase does come with a little price tag, about a 50% increase. Let's talk about light wind. You would think that the Pro version dominates here, but it's not that simple. Yes, the Pro version stays in the sky longer when the wind starts dropping due to its lighter airframe. But it also needs more apparent wind to generate power due to its thinner leading edge and design. The regular Pace actually pulls harder in the lighter winds with its thicker leading edge, and therefore it's the better choice if you're riding in light winds on a twin tip where you need power to keep going. On a foil, however, you don't need as much power, and therefore I would say that on the foil, the lighter Pro version has the edge. So which version should you go for? For most riders, I would say the regular Pace is the better option. It's more user-friendly, and this is a key ingredient for progression. If you're consistently looping over 10 meters high, want the fastest recovery that a kite can offer, and love that ultra snappy feel, then the Pro version is probably more your style. Would I add this kite to my quiver? Absolutely. I love this kite and it really fits my riding style, so I'll definitely be riding it more this season. That brings us to the last very important note. You should only ride the Pace on a sensor 4 bar. Don't take it out on a sensor 3 or a sensor 2, as the difference in power line length is not sufficient to safely flag out the kite. This is because we went from a pulley bridle system to a fixed bridle system. Personally, I ride the Pace on a sensor 4 bar. with 22-meter lines and a high Y split. This is the perfect setup for a very playful riding style. I have also tried the low V setup, but I wasn't too impressed. The kite becomes slow in the turning, feels a bit sluggish, and the only reason you might want to do this is for unhooked riding, or when you're riding 18-meter lines and possibly 20-meter lines. And that's it for the review video of the Pace from CORE Kiteboarding. If you have any additional questions that I didn't answer in this video, feel free to leave a comment and I'll answer them best as I can. As always, I would say hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe so you don't miss any others, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers!